I mentioned this before on my channel. I do not wear glasses. These are my blue light glasses, i.e. my writer glasses. They make me feel smarter. Need the Coke to revive me. Also, everyone, please acknowledge my cute pumpkin pillow. I know half the tassels are missing. Don't come for me. I just think it's cute. Thumbnail. Ooh. Okay, well, maybe not. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, my name is Ashton. Welcome. We're talking about books today. So if you read the title of this video, you probably got the gist of some sort that this is some type of October spooky story, Halloween video with books. So basically in the video today, I'm going to be discussing the books that I want to read in October, but we've got like maybe 20 books on this list, so I'm gonna narrow them down as I go. Yeah, make some recommendations to you guys for spooky, cute, cozy Halloween fall reads. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. My reindeer came to say hi. Hi. My $10 Target blanket. If you guys are not going, which I don't know, my Target's like has Christmas stuff up now, but if you guys aren't going and getting the $10 Halloween blankets from Target, I don't know what to tell you because they are the best. I love Halloween. I love Halloween. Hopefully you guys can see my cutie pumpkin right here. Another pumpkin over here. I considered breaking these books down into like scary stories, cozy stories, stories that just randomly remind me of fall. Yeah, I'm gonna try to break it up into categories and start with scary. Maybe not scary. Spooky, cozy books that randomly remind me of fall. So without further ado, let's start with our spooky books. So, I also should probably mention that half of the books on this list I do not own. It does not mean that I don't want to own them, I just don't. Oh my gosh, I just got an email from Snoop Dogg. Oh no, it's from Grubhub. So the first book on our list is The Madman's Daughter. So oh my gosh. This one is first on the list because I had a friend recommend this to me last year and I was like, oh, I don't have time to read it. And then I was like, I can't read it when it's not fall because it just like feels like a spooky story. So I literally have put it off for a year now. It is October and it just dawned on me today to put this on the list. So this is a gothic thriller that's set in London in 1894. Well, kind of set in London. It's about this girl whose father, like there was this whole scandal and her father is like this madman. He's like a scientist who is doing all of these experiments and creating all of this like scary stuff, kind of giving like Frankenstein a little bit. He's doing work on an island, so the main character Juliet like goes to the island with a couple of people. I think like she thinks her father's dead, but then she finds out he's alive and like wants to see if it's true about the gruesome like experiments that he's doing, so she goes to like see him. Anyway, I think it's supposed to be like kind of trippy, dark, twisted, a little scary, a little spooky. The next book I actually do have, The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. This, I finally own a Riley Sager book thanks to Haley Pham. I bought it, but she recommended it. I'm really excited about this one. The way I don't know what it's about though. Ooh, okay. I put this in the spooky category because if it's not like super cozy, it's going in the spooky category. I don't make the rules. Well, I kind of do. Basically, there's this lady, she moves into her family's lake house in Vermont. If it's in New England, immediate read. If it is in New England, I'm immediately reading it. Like Noah Kahn, Maine, everything under the sun, fall foliage, stick season. I do not care. I will be there. Like I literally, okay. Anyway, sorry. So she moves into the lake house, her family's lake house in Vermont, and she's watching like this couple across the lake. And then one day she saves the lady in the relationship from drowning. They strike up a friendship. She realizes that there are some cracks in the marriage, and then one day the lady that she saved goes missing. She kind of suspects the husband. There's tea. You get the vibes. Frightening. Okay, next we have a book that I'm so excited to talk about, which is Coraline by Neil Gaiman. I love this movie. This movie is like a staple for me. I watch it all year round. I know some people are like frightened of it, but I love Coraline. That being said, it is spooky. I think it's a little spooky. I mean, I'm not spooked. Like, I would watch it at home alone. It is a little spooky. It's a dark fantasy horror children's novel, so you can only imagine. They move into a new house and Coraline steps through a door, find another house strangely similar to her own, only better. But there's another mother there, another father, and they want her to stay and be their little girl. They want to change her and never let her go. Coraline will have to fight with all of her wit and courage if she has to save herself and return to her ordinary life. I mean, that's pretty accurate to the movie, which I know that this came first, but why does it say it enthralls readers age 8 to 12, but also adults who enjoy a perfect, smart, spooky read? See, Amazon literally just classified this as spooky. It's not me, okay? Coraline is spooky. Another mother, another father. Things are like better in the other world, but like also kind of weird. In the movie, they ask her to sew buttons into her eyes. Oh my gosh, have you guys ever read Skeleton Creek? Hold on. Speaking of children's horror novels, there was this book I read. My brother was really into it. It was called Skeleton Creek by Patrick Carman. It had like an interactive like website. And it was like you could go in and like find codes and passwords, and it was like interactive. I don't know. So it's about these two kids, Sarah and Ryan. They live in Skeleton Creek, Oregon, and everybody's like keeping a secret from them. The answers are at the old abandoned dredge. The last time the two went out to the creepy dredge, Ryan ended up unconscious and in a cast in the hospital. Ryan is stuck at home, but Sarah can continue to solve the mystery with her new camera. Forbidden to speak with or contact Sarah anymore, they communicate through Sarah's videos posted on her secret website. The story is told in unique experience, alternating books and videos. As you read Ryan's journal in the book, you will get passwords to Sarah's website to watch her videos with the latest discoveries. The exciting new storytelling format will have kids riveted. That was like next level. Like, that was the craziest thing. I'm adding that to the list immediately. Those videos were low-key scary. I don't know how like scary they are now, but like I remember this being scary. Alternating between videos and books is insane. Maybe I'll like pick this series back up because this sounds amazing. Scary. Next, we have a book that is not mine, but is my brother's, which is Dracula by Bram Stoker. I feel like Dracula is pretty self-explanatory. I've actually never read this book. Dracula? Vampires? Are you kidding? I feel so spooky right now. I'm so excited. Anyway, Dracula. I can't really recommend it, but Dracula is on the list of things to read this fall. Okay, next, How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix, I think is the author. I see this book everywhere. Something about the cover of it that just like makes me want to buy it immediately. Basically, this girl, her parents die, and then she has to go back to the home to like clean it up and sell it. And the home is in Charleston, South Carolina. And like, if you know anything about the history of Charleston, it is like so rich with ghost history. There's a lot of reasons actually, because I mean there were battles, and then there was of course slavery, and then prisoners. The Charleston prison is like one of the like hottest spots for ghost hunting and things like that. I mean, it's a beautiful city, but it's also, like got all of this like ghost history. So I think that's an amazing like cool setting for this. But yeah, it's just kind of like the house doesn't want to be sold, like Encanto's Casa, but evil. Maybe. I just see that book everywhere and I would love to read it. But I'm also like not a big horror reader. So will I actually read it? I do not know. Our last like spooky story, and I actually do not know how spooky this story is because I'm pretty sure it's a romance, is Stalking Jack the Ripper. I feel the need to put this in here because I feel like anything that has to do with like a murderer and a killer is probably like pretty spooky. From what I understand, it's about this girl named Audrey who basically lives in this like high wealth society with like dress fittings and teas, but then there is like that gruesome like spooky laboratory setting as well. Love that she's able to like do all this high society stuff and then like go to the lab and like do all this gruesome like murder investigation. Ugh, I've never read this book, but I know that it's some people's like favorites. I'm trying, okay, I'm trying. This says the story's shocking twists and turns, augmented with real, sinister, period photos make it impossible to forget. Bro, that's crazy. I kind of love this genre that has like extra stuff attached. Like, it's not enough for the author to just like write a book, but to have like these extra like photographs or like videos, just things like that. Like, that is incredible. I'm so excited. Okay, for cozy books, I have a couple of cozy books for you. So first on the list is RECS. I started this book once and I actually did not finish it, but I kind of like the vibes. And I think that there's a second one because I think I picked up the second one in a different video. I think I talked about this book on my channel before. I'm just gonna read the description for you guys. 9 years ago, Vivian Jones nursed her broken heart like any young witch would. Vodka, weepy music, bubble baths, and a curse on the horrible boyfriend. Sure, Vivi knows she shouldn't use her magic this way, but with only an orchard hayride scented candle on hand, she isn't worried it'll cause him anything more than a bad hair day or two. That is until RECS Penhallow, descendant of the town's ancestors, breaker of hearts, and annoyingly just as gorgeous as he always was, returns to Graves Glen, Georgia. What should be a quick trip to recharge the town's ley lines and make an appearance at the annual fall festival turns disastrously wrong. With one calamity after another striking RECS, Vivi realizes silly little ex-hex may not have been so harmless after all. Suddenly, Graves Glen is under attack from murderous wind-up toys, a pissed-off ghost, and a talking cat with some interesting things to say. Vivi and RECS have to ignore their off-the-charts chemistry to work together to save the town and find a way to break the breakup curse before it's too late. Wait, I kind of love this. I do want to read this book. I was under the impression that he was a witch too for some reason. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure where I got that one from. I'm also just now realizing that I have 3 cozy books on this list. Well, next we have A Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I'm not gonna go too much into this one because I don't know much about it. It's something about this like witch who has been keeping her head down, and then she receives this invitation to come like train 3 young witches. Also, I don't think she has any family. There's a love interest and he's a librarian. Wait, I kind of love that. Oh wait, found family. Wait, this is cute. Y'all, okay, I need to stop doing this because like now the TBR list is just getting way too long. The next book on our list, Harry Potter. I mean, come on, you've got the wizardry, you've got a plot, you've got, you know, the vibes. What more could you want? I'm sorry, okay? This is the edition with like the pop-up stuff and everything. Like, I did not come to play with this. I really did not. Yeah. I love this thing. I have actually read this version. I feel like a lot of people are going to be curious. I mostly keep like all of the papers in here to protect it. Normally I'm not this protective about books, but this book was very expensive and it's so pretty. Are you kidding with this? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? This is just like the best edition of anything ever. Like, this is crazy to me. I could cry. Not like saying that you have to, oh, I just broke it. Okay. Well, I love that journey for me. I'm not going to explain the plot of Harry Potter, but just know Harry Potter is on my cozy Halloween list. Okay, now we're moving on. I'm sorry, I literally only have 3 books on my cozy list because here's the thing. Some of my next books are cozy, but I feel like I have to like really give you an explanation as to why they're on my list. So that's why they're fitting into our brand new 3rd category. Books that I just feel like give fall October vibes, even if they don't. So I'm just gonna go in order of like how they're sitting in front of me. But first I have one on my notes app, which is The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I've never read this book. I have read some of the unabridged journals by Sylvia Plath though. I think that we can all probably trace the reason as to why this is the case. Next, we have The Atlas 6 by Olive E. Blake. There is just something about like secret society, super smart, I don't know, magical libraries, like it's just giving very fall. I don't know that it's giving like, well, I don't know. I feel like October is the epitome of like dark academia fall, and then November is like cozy fall. Or maybe I just made that up. Regardless, we've got reviews from Holly Black and Chloe Gong on the back, so it can't go wrong. In case you don't know, each decade 6 of the most uniquely talented magicians are selected to earn a place in the Alexandrian Society, the foremost secret society in the world. The chosen will secure a life of power and prestige beyond their wildest dreams, but at what cost? yeah, Secret Society. This next one, it just needs to be read this October, and here's why. Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I know that this was in my September TBR video, and I know that this is supposed to be in my 24-hour readathon video, which don't ask me about the 24-hour readathon video because I'm still only 17 hours in. Anyway, the reason why this is on the list is because the third book, A Curse for True Love, is coming out October 23rd. So you can probably piece together as to why this is on the list for right here, right now, because the time is imminent. This is important. I don't know why. I'm like getting fired up now. I'm fired up. The next book we have is If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. I think that this is also on my September TBR. I promise I'm reading the books. I like don't know what's going on. Ah! Anyway, we've got murder mystery, Shakespeare, Shakespearean like boarding school. Need I say more? If that doesn't give dark academia, I don't know what does. That's also the plot. So I basically just gave you the plot as well. I just think there's something like fundamentally fall about reading Shakespeare and, you know, drama and school and academia. I eat it up. I really do. I want to be better than this, but I really am not. I'm not. Next, we have The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. This one came to mind because there's a ghost. The book is about a ghostwriter who writes for one of the most prolific romance authors in the industry. She like is scared of her hometown. Yeah, so basically her family owns a funeral parlor, although every time I think about that I just think about Fun Home, so I'm not really sure. She sees a ghost standing in the door of the funeral parlor one day, and he's really cute, and yeah, and he's also her editor. I don't know, I just think like fun, quirky romance, death. Also, Haley Pham just read this book, I think, as well, and it's fall time, so I'm like, if Haley Pham reads it in the fall, I read it in the fall. Next, we have The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Here's the thing. It's because Blue is like in a family of witches. Like she's in a family of witches / clairvoyants, and she herself is like low-key clairvoyant. And then they go on like this big quest. And I'm just thinking like quest, witches, once again, another like boarding school situation, like super rich preppy boarding school. I feel like we're seeing the emergence of a pattern. Basically, there is this girl, she has a curse on her that she will cause her true love to die, and then she gets caught up in this world of the Raven Boys, which is led by the leader Gansey, and it is just like he entices them all to go on a quest, and there's magic, and I love this book. Next, we have Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. It's kind of giving like cozy mystery vibes. The main character is like a PhD candidate. She's also very obsessed with true crime. So she's writing her PhD about like true crime and in literature. There is like a silly like coziness to it, and like she thinks her next door neighbor is a murderer for like 0.5 seconds, but it's also like a romance. So it's just like a cute, like fun, whatever. I mean, it wasn't necessarily the book for me, but I would recommend it. There's just something about like the true crime and academic aspect of it, and also falling in love with somebody that she thinks might be a killer, that is just giving like fall Halloween. You get the vibes. The second to last book is All of Us Villains by Amanda Foody and C.L. Herman. And this is purely because there's magic. I feel like all of these I've recommended purely because of like some silly reason. Every generation at the coming of the blood moon, 7 families in the remote city of Ilvernath each name a champion to compete in a secret tournament to the death. Prize, exclusive control over a hidden wellspring of high magic, the most powerful resource in the world, one thought long depleted. But this year, a scandalous tell-all book has exposed the tournament and thrust the 7 new champions into the worldwide spotlight. The book also granted them valuable information previous champions never had. Insight into the other family's strategies and weaknesses. I swear I've read the back of this book, bro, what? And most important, it gave them a choice. Accept their fate or rewrite their legacy. It's like a tournament for magic and rewriting of stories and fates. And the last book on our long list of October hopefuls / TBR / books you should read this fall / books I want to read this fall / there's too many books and not enough time. Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. And this is purely because I want to say that there are gods, and Oh, wait, hold on, what? When two young rival journalists find love through a magical connection, they must face the depths of hell in a war between gods and seal their fate forever. So that's why we're reading it this fall. The theme of like magic and some ghosties, I'm down. Do I practice magic? No. But am I writing a book that has magical elements in it? Yes. I love October. It is my favorite month. Well, I do love December. I also love Halloween. It is my favorite holiday, probably, maybe. I also really love Christmas. So this is just like the time of the year where I like shine. Like I come out of my shell. I'm excited. I'm happy. I feel like that there's purpose in the world. Things are good again. Time of the year where I just feel at home and I feel cozy and safe and happy, and I hope that this video and some of these book recommendations can give you a similar sense of spookiness or coziness or fun fall vibes, and I hope my pumpkins brought to life some of my views for this video. If you like what you see here, read some of these books and let me know in the comments below if you enjoy them. I will be reading these books. I definitely want to put out like a spooky reading vlog at some point during October, but I'm not sure. I mean, I know I've talked about being an English major on this channel before, but there's just so much reading. Like I'm reading books that I don't necessarily talk about on my channel. Like I just finished Uncle Tom's Cabin and I have a lot of thoughts. So if you would like to hear my thoughts, let me know. It just takes me a long time to do some reading stuff because I'm reading so much for class and reading takes a hot minute. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, interact with me. I know that sometimes I struggle to be active on my Instagram, but that is at AshtonByBooks. Yay. I hope you guys all have a good fall and a good October. I'm going on fall break this weekend, so I'm very excited to jump into some of these books and just read for fun. Like, I'm so excited to just read for fun. That is all I need to say. So I will see you guys when I see you, hopefully soon, hopefully next Saturday. Okay, bye. Yes. Okay. Bye. Mwah.